another 2.2 tomorrow, which is a bit going on holiday, believe it or not. So yeah, this time tomorrow I'll be done. Might come round down to with an ISP and then just do HSC. This is awesome. Got 19, so we'll see that one in about 4 hours in that process. And that's very later on. I'll be down the filter station and take that one and that. And that's also Good evening everyone, I'm back for the Model A video. Slightly update for this video, it's going to be a little bit
slow to the video today because my back is twinging. That's not really the main reason why I'm doing this video. The reason that I'm not doing a lot of videos massively today because I have already been out and filmed some videos for you. Some unusual cross-country voyages. They will be going up shortly. However, there is another video I'm going to be posting for you, which is from a couple of years ago. I'm going to be going up, and I'm doing a short video from all the HSTs that used to go up to Exeter St David's, not just castles, but the other sets as well, like cross country and the old in-city liveried HSTs from last year. I haven't done many short videos for them, but I have done a dedication video for them for you to watch on YouTube. I've done them last year for you. So anyone who wants to watch the video on the HSTs last year, well, they're up on my channel if you want to go and watch them. I'm going to be doing some running session with them tonight on my model railway. I got 3 of them already. Next week I'm going to be collecting another one for this year, which will be a cross-country set, HST in WO scale, or known 176 scale model set. Yikes, did not expect that to fall down. Oh, my back is twinging. Why is it twinging? Well, I think mainly because my back is just sensitive at the moment. And everyone's going to ask me, why is it so sensitive? Well, I think mainly because of my back is just so sensitive because of I've been doing quite a lot of stuff recently with videoing and walking and other bits and pieces, and my back's been twinging quite a lot for it. And obviously just a week and a well, 2 weeks ago, from the day before yesterday, I was away on holiday as well. So yeah, I've been doing quite a lot of stuff recently, and my body's telling me otherwise, which means that my body is telling me to stop doing so much, I think. But at the moment I'm doing plenty because obviously there's plenty to still go through. Oops. I know some people say, well, some people do say, like with Alex HG's videos that he does with the different video content he makes with the different location he goes to. I do agree with him with some of the videos he has done with recent month videos where he's done when the variety hasn't been so great and everyone's kind of feeling kind of hard done by because the mainline trains haven't been as interesting recently. However, when we went down to Dawes unexpectedly today, we discovered the Voyagers have been spruced up in some unusual colours, and you will see that in an upcoming video tonight. It's only a short video, it's only like a 10-minute video or something, but this one's going to be about half an hour in comparison. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least how it's all looking. But yeah, it is crazy to think that the Voyagers, we all know, some people really like them, other people are not so keen on them. So yeah, the Voyagers, as some of you guys might know, as noisy turbocharged diesel engines units that we're known to suspect from cross country in recent times because they don't have any other trains to rely on, because as you all know, the HSTs got sold off last autumn and they've been sold abroad to international countries because, well, the situation has occurred not the way we expect them to, but it happened anyway because, well, let's just say one in power just decided to send them all off to an international country for some strange reason. I mean, to be honest, that most hate me off because they are British trains, they are been loved by many people over the years, and they were built in Crewe during the mid-70s, and people knew about them because they are well-known history for, well, reliability, comfort, power, and their appearance always kind of outstand them to some people's eyes. Someone like me and the other HST fans really well know what they were known for, and are very comfortable for their age. I mean, even now, they're heading towards 60 years old, they're still holding strong, and they're still very reliable units, even though they are just over 50 years old. But for a train, it's quite old age, but I don't think it's that old age, to be honest. The oldest train in the world in Britain is it Puffin Billy? That one was put into service in 1824, or was that 1836? I couldn't remember the entire one that was put into service, but yeah, that was put into service during the late 1800s, and it was the first steam train ever to run on British Railway tracks. It was originally designed only for mining back then, but obviously as before. When more than 500,000 people on the planet were existed, so mining was a big thing way before. The population of people overridden things like that, but yeah. I mean, now you have got loads of variety of trains that you could pick and choose, all the trains you could run on your layout, which is a good thing, but yeah, it's different variety now compared to what it used to be like. It's much different. I'm going to start this video off with saying that I hope you guys do enjoy this video. There won't be many videos this week. I've got the Cuss Country Voyagers special Voyager sets for you to put up on the YouTube platform tonight, and this Model Arrow video for you as well. Nothing tomorrow. There will be one potentially on Thursday. I'm not sure about my birthday because if I'm doing the painting one, there will probably be one on my birthday. If I'm doing painting from painting to up to the River Dartmouth on the Heritage Railway. If not, if I'm going down the Doys again this year, I'll be doing mainly walking and enjoying the scenery and having a drink with my family. Because obviously on Friday it's my birthday, so I've got to take some priority for myself because I can't live the rest of my life because doing making content. It's not like I know Alex is limiting himself because there's not a great variety of trains are interesting to see on the railway as much as they used to be, because obviously, as I said, Cuss Country have been limited to the Cuss of the Voyagers now, which is not the best choice by the government for doing that, but hey, it's what it is. I can't say I have control over it because I don't. But it means Cuss Country is limited to what they can run, because they're limited down to only to the Voyagers. Means that they would not have any other choice to rely on. If something goes wrong with the Voyagers, they've got no other train to rely on, which is sucky. But however, as I said, there's plenty of things I would like to get done, and there's plenty I really would to get done this year. I mean, apart from buying model trains and maybe an odd thing here and there in between, and to get Charlotte sorted out. You know my complaint, I have showed you in one of my videos of one of my talking videos before I went away on holiday. I showed you her in one of the videos that some people probably will question about having a companion doll, but other people don't seem to mind it. But yeah, I do have a companion doll. And yes, today we are going to start off with the freight train. I know that sounds weird because I've been doing a lot of model HST videos in the past few weeks, and that's mainly because this layout is going to be dedicated to the HSTs. I had mentioned this in the previous video, but I am dedicating my model rally to the HSTs and the odd freight train. Literally. Nothing else is going to be running on this, except from the odd 66 and all the 43s and multiple liveries from East Coast, Cross Country, In-City Swallow, East Coast, Cross Country, Junior, and of course Grand Central Network Rail. I did mention Grand Central, didn't I? I think I did. There's also the NER one, Virgin one. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Oh yeah, the Midland Pullman, of course. One of the other expensive ones in my list to get is the Midland Pullman. Yeah. I will make a special video on that if I do go on it next year as a celebration for my 30th next year. I will make a special video for this channel for that video, that journey, if I go on it. That will be the only one you will see next year. That will be the odd one. But it means that I will show you what it's like on the inside and what it's like to travel on it in style than normal cars, but we'll wait until it comes to that point. Right, we'll get to our 66 first, or my 66. This one's 66152. I had never seen 66152. I don't think it's ever been around Cornwall, this one. I know the Freightliner is one of them, but EWS is another one they do operate with, and DB Cargo. I don't think DB Cargo actually ever brought that one out onto the Cornish Main Line. I don't think they were for to actually think running it out of Cornish Main Line would be a good idea. I mean, they might well do bring it over at some point, but I don't think they'll probably ever think about that and just leave it. Yeah, 66152 is my model one, but everyone's got their own number of model 66, which, you know, they're not actually that old, are they? They're from 2004, I think these are. They actually came from an international country. I think they were Canada based. I think 66s. It could be US, I think. But I think they were partially built in the UK as well. So they were nicknamed Sheds, just because how they looked. I don't know what the Voyagers had the nickname for. I know I think they were nicknamed something very particular, I think. I could be wrong on that. I'll have to come back to you and let you know. But every train's got a nickname, I think. Yeah, most trains have got nicknames to some extent. Right, we'll get to class 66 in DB Cargo livery. We'll get her moving first, when we'll end the video with the 43's sets afterwards. We've got some power to the track, and we should be moving it. I say, and the controller does sometimes cut out on this line because obviously this one hasn't run in nearly about 6 months, so she's not very eco-friendly with her movements. When she gets going though, she's fine, but she's a little bit hit and miss with the connections. I'm just going to keep moving her. She should be right once we get going though. So 66 is not one to run very much. Not why though. I mean, this one seems to cut out the train a lot. I don't know. it's the train itself, or its controller, or something else. It could be the controller this time around. That's not so bad, but if it's just the controller, I can tend to deal with that in a very manual way. But if it was the train causing that problem, then it might be a different story. But we'll just put it into neutral for the moment, so that way she doesn't fly off. I'm just going to try her to get a couple of laps around with her, and if it doesn't work out, we can always try the 58, because I know the 58 would work around this without any problems. Yeah, she's not all that old, the 66. She's just over a year, I think, by now. Oop. So, bounce forward then. Come on. Cameron 66. I might have to take all the wagons off, get her run in, because her train is what's causing the problem, and the connections to the controller is that's a butt cake, to say the least. And this train is known to derail at times like this, because the amount of times I put her on the track and she always derails. Guarantee. No matter what you do, she always seems to do something. And it doesn't seem to matter what you do with it. You can guarantee she'll either move forward, move back, up to the side or to the left or whatnot, and she will just simply ignore the wagons, ignore the controller of what it's doing, and she just has a mind of her own. But yeah, this is the 66 for you. Well, this is my experience with the 66. Since I had this board and I set this layout up since we moved into this new property, I have nothing but had a bit of a bad luck with this train. Don't ask me why. I never had a problem with the 43 running around this. It seems to be the train this particular train that's just a fault. And it doesn't. I don't understand why, in my opinion. I don't know why this particular unit seems to be playing up. I mean, I have multiple things playing up in my life through controllers to other systems, but to me, having analog on a gauge mouse combi can be an utter, well, pig's ear of things when it happens, because it means you're constantly scratching your head for trying to find something that's going to go right to the controller to make the train work properly. I know some people get it very successfully, but other people do not get it as lucky, and I'm afraid I'm one of those people who do not get luck from having a controller. How many times I have fault with the controller? Well, to be honest, at least once or twice since I had the Gauge Master combis that I've owned for the last 2 years. These have given me a bit of fault since I had them, but to be honest, they've not been my worst. They've not been my worst controllers. The Hornby analog basic controllers gave me more faults than this. And I only paid 40 quid for 2 of the controllers I got for this one. She's running now, but I kind of forced her to move. But she's running. And she needs to run for a long time. And I wanted to make her run her as much time as I can, because she is going to take a big part of my layout. She's going to be part of my freight yard, and obviously I need the sheds for her to put all her wagons into. Is she a good train? I mean, once you get over her little faults that are around in the layout, she does seem to run pretty smoothly. However, I would recommend, if you've got a layout and you want a freight train, either the 66 or the 67s or the 50s, And try to look for a loco that's going to be compatible with your track. Don't look for something that's going to be halfway decent, or a track that's not level, or leveled in multiple ways, because some tracks need to be properly leveled for a 66. Because I found a couple of times with the 66 since I have owned this one, it's been nothing but a bit of a nuisance at times. As soon as you hit a certain level on the track, back wheel derails or the front wheel derails. I'm going to put the driver at the back this time and try it backwards. Driver will be driving backwards. The unit will be in the front and he will be at the back. Does that mean for the train? Does the 66 have its faults? Yes. As I said before, it does have some heavy faults on it. I slowed it down to make sure it's going to operate well. But yeah, as I said, it seems to be the faults are going to be in certain areas of the train itself. The controller seems to be fine at the moment. So yeah, the 66 is a doomed train for the most part, because it seems to be whatever you do to it does not stay on the track. So yeah, the other fault I would highly recommend when you're owning a freight train, whatever train it might be, as I said, 58s are pretty good, especially if you get the Howden models. They're pretty decent. I mean, Howden models are made of quite a few good 00 scale trains over time. Not just with the 66s, but with the 37s, I think. I certainly know Bachmann makes some good 66s in the multiple liveries. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to think how I can override my issues on this layout. And yes, this is my dream layout, so I've got to bear that in mind. Because once I've got me in place in the future, this will change a little bit. I don't know how much room I'm going to have in the near future. I mean, a long way down the line, sure, I might have a lot more space available. But to start with, I'm going to have a very limited space I'm going to play with. So, as bear in mind the length of the track, the smoothness of operation, all that, bear that in mind. Just going to get her warmed up. It's my key thing to do for the moment. Yeah. The back wheel always keeps pinging off. I don't know if it's to do with the... She sounds healthy, doesn't she? But something about her is not quite levelled. Yeah, she sounds quite unready for moving the freight around. Well, that needs to stay on, but it didn't. I do like the Batman rear lighting. I think the Batman rear lighting is much more respected level than Hornby's 67 lights, because their lights are a little bit dim, especially if you're putting them during the day. The red lights on the 66 by Batman are good, but however, the unit itself, it does have its flaws, and I find that it's a little disappointing. And it's not exactly the most heavy train out there. It's quite light. I mean, if I compare that to my 43s, which I own, I've got 3 of them at the moment. I'm adding another 4 to them this year. I've got my GNR HST, which I got in 2022, and I got my 66 from 2023. So weight wise, definitely it's more weight in this and this one, which is telling you something, because even though that's pretty heavy, this is even heavier, because Hornby is known to make brilliant premium model HFTs, and they have done for many years. I know Bachmann make a few very great Class 47s, as well as quite a few 37s, and quite a few Class 25s as well. So they have made some fantastic trains, as Bachmann has done quite a few good ones, especially in the diesel range, in my opinion. Steam, they've done a few good ones. I mean, I own a Bachmann steamer by Bachmann. Just bear with me a moment. I'll just grab it now. I've got Marsden's outside. That out of the way. I hope that won't come off. There we go. Oh yeah, also have a Bachmann GWR Class 57 as well. Forgot about that. Right, let's try to keep out of shot. Here we go. I also own a Class GWR Penny Attack, which this one is 7702. This is one without the strong buffers, so this is an older model. It's not the newest one. It's an older one. Got it for £65 the year before last year. There we go. She's just cold, but however, she holds her strength, which is good. She is pretty old, as I said. She only cost me about £65, and she was a used model. Would I keep her? Do you know something? Over the years that I've been into model railroads, this is a story I have not ever told everyone on this platform. But however, this one just reminds me of someone from Thomas and Friends. I can't remember his name. Was it Douglas? No, Douglas was the naughty one of the naughty shunters, wasn't it? I think. I could be wrong. What's his name? It reminded me of one particular steam train from Thomas and Friends. What's his name? It's not Emily. Emily was the Caledonian Single or something. But was it? No, Gordon was the Blue Steamer, which was based off of was that an A3? Not Mallard, but it's like the Flying Scotsman model, something like that. So Gordon was based off the Flying Scotsman, or something similar to it. Trying to think of his name. I tell you, as I said, as I was growing up, I saw a train like this in Thomas and Friends from the 90s or the 80s program, and obviously I was growing up in the 90s, so these were in Thomas and Friends. Because I think it could be Douglas actually. No, because Toby was the tram. Thomas was a sort of taffy tank type of steam train, I think it was. Thomas was a taffy tank, I believe it. And then you had Percy, he was a kind of like a tugboat type, wasn't he? He was like a tug locomotive, which could have been, what do they call it, a kettle steam loco. Because she did look a bit like a kettle when she was in operation. I can't remember his name. He was a male character in Thomas and Friends. I just can't remember his name. He was a green loco as well, and he looked like that. So I'm thinking it maybe could be one of the. And he was helping out with. Was he helping out Douglas? I think he was. I think that what we know as pannier tanks, these ones, they were one of them in the newest seasons of the 1990s series. The original series were from the 1980s. You only had from Thomas, Percy, James, Gordon, Henry, and you had Toby. And of course you had Hal, who was a helicopter. Can't forget him. He was a big role in the program because he helped, and you had what's his name, the one who was the crane, and then Howard was the helicopter. I think Thomas and Friends, there were a few names that I can't remember off the top of my own head, to be honest. I think they are switched off in my mind at the moment, to be honest. Right, okay guys, I'm gonna start talking about Thomas and Friends from the 90s, well, predated from the 80s. I don't want to bore you to death for that, because the new generation didn't know that. So quite a few wouldn't. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to slowly take the speed down a little bit, get the camera down, and I'm going to get you close up with this camera so you guys can see them. And I'm going to add some light to it. Just bear with me a second. There we go. And I'm going to throw her down. And I'll try to get the plate running for you just towards the end of the video. And you can add steam to the camera tank towards the end of the video as well. Just for some just being a little different to the video. And it might make people interested more to the video. And we've got another 5 months or so for the YouTube career anyway. Slowing it down a bit. It's not very easy, it's more realistic. So yeah, the panic tank does remind me of someone from Thomas and Friends from the 80s program. And to be honest, I mean, some people love the steam locomotives. There's certain ones that really appeal to my eye. Some are really fascinating from the steam locomotives, but to be honest, they're never going to be at my high priority of my favourites. They're not like my thoughts. They're not like I connect to them in a passionate way as I do with these sets. These were my number one ever. In my whole life. As soon as I was travelling on one for the first time, I just took to know. There's something about them and the way they sounded when they were getting revved up, ready to go. There's something about them that sounded so nice. And obviously, believe it or not, they were the first hybrid sets of their time, or is it second? Could be second, because the first one was the 52 Westerns. Was it the 52 Westerns where they came from the hybrid sets originally? I think it came from the Westerns, didn't they? I think it was. I think the Westerns came from to being the first hybrid sets of their time. And then later on, John Wesley came along to put in these sets were also known hybrids, because they burned diesel to create electricity. And they didn't burn diesel to the dry box. The drive system on the engine, they burn diesel to create electricity, and that diesel takes electricity put back into the electric motors they had on board, and then the electric motors power those wheels down to the track to keep taking the train move. So people might assume the HFCs were basically moved by the diesel engines, but they're not. This is a story I have mentioned before, but truth be told, the HS2s were being influenced by the Class 52s, and they were influenced by a lot of other companies to do the same thing. However, not all the people who made them during the time in the mid-70s were pretty cool, and they didn't really think about, the Class 150s. They were from 1980s, like 1990s. These are 50, just slightly over 50 years old, and to be honest, they are pretty old. I mean, for a train. They're not the oldest train out there, I'll give them that. They're pretty new compared to other trains that we have seen over the railways during the rail tours. I mean, put in consideration of other locomotives, say like the Flying Scotsman. I mean, the Flying Scotsman, as we all know, was put in service, 1923. It was in the November, I think it was November, or was it September? I can't remember entirely what date it was when they put it onto the railway. John Wesley was put in it. Nigel Wesley, not John Wesley. John Wesley is one who invented the HFTs. Nigel Wesley, the one made Mallard, Flying Scotsman, and I think he took part of the Tornado as well. I think he did. He did all the A4s, A3s, and I think he did parts of the A1 series of steam locomotives, but he mainly focused on the A3s and 4s. I think that his main work on the A3s and 4s at the time. But I do believe he did a big role. A big chunk of the role of his career was A3s and 4s, and when he got his own drink, he actually eventually A4 Mallard, 4468, Mallard herself. She was outstanding perhaps for a main generation of people, and to be honest with you, I can understand, because it was the world's second fastest train in the British railway industry for that time. I mean, yeah, later on we had the two coming around doing the world's fastest diesel hybrid set, which will be these ones, HFTs, and again the top speed above Mallard, 148 miles per hour, and these were when it was first one was put in the service in 19. I can't even remember. I read it about it when I was unboxing it for the time when I got it. Just bear with me a second, I'm going to quickly scour over it. In 1997, 1907, 1970, Plutarch's top speed of 43,189,189. Top speed of 1976 to 1982 with 43,02 and 43,188. No, 98. I think it's missing that row there. And the top speed for that year was from Munster, got it right, to Derby. Top speed, max speed, pushed out 148 miles per hour. It's also 238 kilometers an hour. So these were the second half of HFT hybrid sets. So these iconic sets we see in Britain, in the minimal amount of numbers left now, but these sets were the world's fastest diesel hybrid sets of the time. Wow, I am impressed, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, they're not going to be outstripping the 800s or 802s, but wow, they're pretty fast for the time. And to be honest, a lot of people love them, and I still do. When they were out 15 years old. I mean, they were out before I was born. So, I mean, it's something we'll remember when basically were brand new off the railway. They're coming out from Surrey when they were being built. Everyone knew about them because everyone knew about them at the time. How much does people like them? Well, GNR especially. GNR was loved by a lot of generation of people. How much people if you want not just to Well, essentially people who left the HST, I think there was about 106,000 people who loved them. And I'm one of those individuals who really are big fans of the HST because even when I was growing up in the 90s, and I was born in the 90s, so these were pretty to everywhere on the rail industry in the UK. England, Scotland, Wales, all over across the UK network, they were everywhere. And I think they were partially put into service and were partly, they didn't be tested on the Canada Border Railway system with the port gauge that I had over there. And they were tried in Thailand over the border in international countries. And assume they were going to be liable for other uses at the time. But it seems to be railway industry in the last 30 years or more, things have changed quite considerably. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's also not the greatest thing because I know things sometimes need to change because if you don't change things might end up feeling a bit really outdated. However, I don't think railway industries have much changed in now. Apparently the only thing that's changed in recent years is the lack of trains we're seeing now. We don't see much British trains anymore except from the 150s and the odd Castle Set 43 HST sets that you see going between Plymouth and Penzance, or sometimes they go up to Exeter St David's and they park up there overnight and store them, or store them overnight while they're there, and they go back down in the morning to Nera. And Caerphilly Castle is still around. It's doing the run in the evening they do an evening run over at Exeter, well they go up to Exeter from either Penzance or Nera. In the evening they go right up to Exeter St David's during the week because they have to keep the eyes open. And when they do come in, then everyone will be going to eyes out, ready to go. Because, I will agree, there's not many you will see in the public eye very much anymore. Unless you're down at Cornwall end, and then you'll see at least 3 or 4 of them. And then, to be honest, I'm glad that a few people in Scotland have preserved a couple of them, because, to be honest, if I never saw HSTs ever, even the Midland Cornwall one, I wouldn't be the same with the trains, to be honest, seeing them on the main line anymore. I know I like the Voyages, but they don't really touch me in the way that the HST did. HSTs are always ones that I will smiles and wave to when I call them because they're the ones that you struggle on it, and you look at the boat now going outside, they're the ones that touch me and they're not the trains. These are ones that I remember in a long life, in the 90s and the 2000s. So got my motivation going to the point I wanted to go from. And it's my dream job is to be a train driver. I mean, that should say something in my lucky friends. It's travelling. I used to love travelling in the train all growing up. Mind you, when I was growing up as a kid, me and my mum, as a family, we weren't the richest family out there. But we managed to get through it, and then it was hard. We managed to get through really difficult times in my life. From a very difficult time just a really poor lifestyle from growing up. Obviously, of course, when I was going to school, I had some lifestyle with epilepsy, seizures, and all that sort of thing. And then had a few years from my husband's growing up as well. So we've got family those issues, and I mean, the only thing in 30 years on, I'm basically doing all these videos for you, and talking about my stories of my past, and it's making the thing nearly 30 years on, I'm still loving my friends and my models and seeing the orphans and staying close together and doing all these different bits that I can do. And of course, on top of that, I've got my favourite location I went to again today. I'm going to be going down there and to the week, not this Saturday, because I'm attending something else this weekend. It's a very not conscious one, but it's unusual because I've never been to a event like this before, so it's new to me. And I know some people who think it's a nice new event, well definitely try out, so I'm going to try out this weekend to see what it's like, because I know them to it. And the organisation for the cross country features feedback, features two solo features two cross country set. It's only coming up, I'm not unboxing it, I'm not going to review it until December. I know some people usually want to do it in the only people coming now. And some people will be from the Netherlands and so I know a lot of people miss the cross country people filming about what stuff where I went and it's supposed to be amazing but if I'm honest with you, I think I like to remain the same. I mean, this country got really annoyed, really hurt when they got told it that in the last minute that their sex was a bunch of trees, which they drove for many decades. They were driving these sets in regular deliveries. And these were always done on a professional train. You're an old man in the time frames, and I'm an old man, 40 years or even 60 years down the line. I'd still be running my models hour after I was doing driving and working. Doing that, see these sets. I want to get a couple more charges for the classic set for this year. I want to get some more charges in the 4-car set. And I do want to make the Intercity another 5 parts, make the 8-car set with that one. So, Tasmania's stuff. She was adding me as a 10 post when I went go, but I declined it. I just don't want to deal with that stress in my life anymore, and I'm new job. But I'm going to stop them out there. I'm guaranteed it's not fun to have that stress in my life, constantly looking at my life. I mean, if you're in her situation where she's constantly looking after her mother constantly because her mum couldn't look after her daughter. What's she doing in this situation? I really don't know. What would I do in that situation? I think I would, to be honest, probably told her if my mum could take continuity from house and herself, expecting her daughter to do it all for her. I mean, I'm past the first line, so I'm partially okay to my mum because of her health is not great. And she's also my care because my health is not brilliant, because obviously we all have our ups and downs. Our conditions sort of have good days and bad days. It's kind of thrown up in the air a lot of the time with conditions, whatever shape and size or what severe height it goes to, because every condition has its good days and bad days, and I'm lucky that mine didn't ping up to the point it's no return, really, which is quite nice. It's quite nice that I never have, well, fingers crossed, I never have to face with them again. But I don't know. I don't want to put my hands up and saying it's not saying it's never ever going to happen, but you just don't know. Because to be honest, I think we'd love to dream for these conditions to just go away when we want them to, but sometimes they pop up when you least expect them, which is not fun. Especially when you want to reach your dream goals and your dream jobs and things like that. But something gets in the way and puts them down, doesn't it? That's the trouble. When someone feels sad and depressed and you feel like life is not worth anything to them, which makes everyone sad, because you're hoping you achieve something in your life at least. When it's not massive, but it's at least something to know you actually achieved that goal, potentially for your own self. I think every lifestyle in certain aspects and situations, you should at least try to get something out of it, and it's not a lot. Just make your life a little bit more interesting once you can do it. But I know sometimes you can't control. We're just ending this video off with Being City and my fake trainer if I can get her working. Right. Well, guys, I'm going to have to end it here. It's been 20 minutes. However, I get your reasoning why. I'm going to go grab the other battery. I'll be back in a second, so it won't be a second. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back. It's for a short time only though. So bear that in mind that I am doing this for a very short time because it's now Hub's date and I haven't got ready for bed and I haven't got other things done yet. So we will finish off with this Intercity one controller. Let's get her moving, get her put back on the rails. We'll just grab her counterpart together with her. Get her moving. What's my opinions on the new trains? Oh, that's pending. We could do another 5 cars, carriages, and then you could be running around like a smooth green line across the screen out of mine. Because all of them are going to be running alongside the cross country, east coast, Grand Central, Network Rail, and of course there'll be this Midland one as well. And of course Virgin 2. I'm looking at getting a Virgin one at some point, and I might shoot myself that one just after Christmas. I'll have to see. And of course there's the final one, which is the City Swallow Livery one as well. And I think once I got all those sorted out, I think I'll probably stop there with the only one I wouldn't want to get is that weird one, what's it called? Venture Railway or something like that. Venture something else. You know that grey one with the brown nose on it? Yeah, not keen on that one. I don't know why. I know it's a HS2, but it's got this looking buttons on it. It's really a sticking off. And there's some people really like them, but I don't understand that. They're not great looking things on the HS2. They're great on other units, sure, but they're not so great on the HS2. I know it's been built like that in the first place. They'll just put add-on in later in the news because that's what the company wanted, it's not what the people wanted. And I don't think John Wesley was really tempting to put buffers on the set ever. He did a lot of ATC projects and he did, I don't think he took part in the ATC when he first came out, but I'm sure he did a few ideas to the railway industry at the time when it was brand new to the railway. Yeah. We'll get a couple more shots this way and then I'm back. Come on then.
Okay, we'll slow it down. I'm going to bring it to a station and stop her. We don't want to go too nuts with her because we have only got a short time left. But yeah, she is a beauty, and got many more liveries to come for the HSTs for my double O layout. Got many more to come. So keep your eyes peeled for those. They are coming up. So Christmas is going to be a big video for you. It's going to be a banger for the Christmas Eve video. Christmas Day, there'll be no videos, but Christmas Eve will be my last final video for this channel forever. Well, potentially for the Pullman as well. If I do the Pullman video, if I could, where I'm sitting in the carriage and you can see all the people eating and dining in the cars, then if I get the permission with the staff and the crew and the people in the carriages that will invite me filming it, then sure, I will film it, but I need to have that permission from everyone first before I can wander through the carriages and show them the whole train, basically. But I'll have to have the permission from all the staff and the people on the train with me at the time to do that sort of video, because that would be a rare and really rare video for you to see on the Midland Born HST. If it happens, wow. If it will happen, that would be just to be very lucky. But what I will do for the time being, to lead up to Christmas, I'm going to be through June, July, August, September, October, November, and most of December, up to December 24th of 2024. There'll be loads leading up to the final one, and just to heads up, there's going to be loads of model rally videos, and there's going to be how-to videos, like how to build a model rally series. I am going to start that up again. I'm going to do it in parts this time instead of, well, I'm going to do one big video per month, and basically part 1 is going to be like half an hour, part 2 is going to be at least an hour, part 3 is going to be at least 40 minutes, and then part 4 will be 50 minutes, and then maybe we'll go lower down to part 5, would be about a 25-minute video, and then lower down for the closer we get to my dream out. And we'll do that stage to what I'm building and show you the stage you need to get to your stage of your dream model railway layout. No matter if it's OO, NT, O gauge, anything. It doesn't matter what livery it can be into your trains. Just use your imagination and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy what you can afford of it, and enjoy seeing your trains running around in the layout. You've got the backdrop of tunnels, hilltops, and you've got model people standing on the cliff top looking down to the trains or looking out to the sea. That's the sort of landscape I want, but I want to dedicate to my dream layout to these iconic beauties. These are my dream layout. This is dedicated to these sets in multiple liveries. So there's going to be loads of them on this layout, and the odd fake one, which I'm going to bring out, I guess, turning this video off. And I know some people are like, on that class 66 is a long time, haven't you? Wow. For those people who watch my video and comment and saying, well, I'd like to see a bit more Steam model sets or something. Well, the only train you're going to see on the odd occasion might appear with its head pop out is, or if I do decide to run them, it's going to be this one. It's the Pioneer tank. The only other one I really like at the moment in my model collection is my tank, which really needs some work on before I can move her again. Her motor is fine, it needs to be wired to the motor, but other than that, she just needs some TLC and some bit updates on that to make her fresh and a bit more happy to run. And as for this one, same sort of thing. She's a happy runner when she wants to be, but other times she can be a real pain in the bum to tend to.
Especially as there's times when she just doesn't want to compromise to her wagons. Do I like the 66? Do I like them more than the 56? I don't know, to be honest with you guys, I am quite fond of the 56s for the freight, and the 58s, and the class 47s, wow. I think between the 37s and 47s and the 56s and the 58s are my four favourites for freight. I'm not raking on the, I mean, I like the 66s, but they don't really appeal to me in the same way as like a 56 does or a 37 does. For freight industry, I think these are alright if they're doing long, heavy haul stuff, but for long, short journeys with freight, they could easily double head two pair of class 25s, put in a freight train, putting down from Par down to, well, up to a place like Exeter Riverside. They could easily do something like that with the sets, and they could end up doing, you know, at least an hour a day going there and back with those sets, and they maybe mix them up with some 47s, 37s, and the odd 66 mixed in between, and even the 47 coming along, breaking. If the train breaks down, the 37 can go and rescue it, go and rescue the 66. It's kind of a sort of story you could have as a part of a railway experience, couldn't you? Just running a train alongside the trains and they're just travelling along, cruising at 50 miles an hour, bringing the freight. I know some people like freight trains, and I do understand to some degree, because freight does really help the British railway industry to what they do, because without the freight trains we wouldn't have all the upgraded tracks or digital systems. But to be honest, I do miss having seen the 74 signals. You know, they are well over 200 years old, some of them, because obviously the industry was put into service by originally for the mining industry in 1849 or something like that. So yeah, they were in the industry for a long time doing the freight, and freight was put into service by for the class 25s, class 08s, class 06s. And now she's cut out. Brilliant. That means the tracks just come disconnected. Nice. Okay. Right, what we do then, since she's always having some issues with this track, I'm going to be ending this video off with the Pannier. I know some people were saying, you don't run your Pannier very much. True. It's true. I don't really run any of my steam locomotives very much anymore, because my dedicated layout is for the HSTs and the odd freight trains, so they're really not much I tend to put in the way of steam on my layout anymore. I think they're doing alright. I think what I'll do with them is the ones that I might put to one side for some special occasion to run, and then the other ones I might turn off, because I don't think for the most part I will be running many steamers at all on this layout, because obviously the railways, my railway will be just for the HSTs, because that's what I want to go for with my layout. It's what my aim is to have. I might have the odd steamer on here, maybe like the special, like the Flying Scotsman or something on here, or Mallard. They're the two I'll probably, if I do have any at all, but they're going to be dedicated to these sets alone. These are my beauties, and they are my pride possession on my whole layout. So they're going to be dedicated to the HST Heritage Railway for this layout. And that's what I'm naming this layout. It's called the HST Heritage Railway. Set up in sort of, I don't know, Dorish vicinities, because they went across through there and London area, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of called the HST Heritage Railway, just for a bit of a laugh, really, and well, not for a laugh, but just, you know, to dedicate to these HST sets. And some people like that, other people might not. Do you know what I'm going to have some fun with, though? Is to actually put on the GWR castle set carriages on the back of the pannier. I mean, yeah, it's a bit odd, but hey, it really does have a bit of fun tonight. It's 20 to 9 at night. I'm still dressed and doing a video quite late, so hey, it is what it is. And I'm not doing any videos at all, as I said, Thursday or Friday at the latest after today. I've got the Pannier video, well, not the Pannier video, I've got the Voyager videos to go out for you today because they are specials. I didn't expect to go down to Dordrecht on a Wednesday. No, it's not, it's Tuesday. I don't generally go down to Dordrecht on a Tuesday, but hey, for these specials I was making the effort, so most I appreciate it for what I can done, or what I have done for today, because there we go. I put the HST training car on the back just to help the pannier out, so we at least got some guys in the back while the pannier is in action. Here she goes, she's woken up. I do want to put a couple of people, or a couple of model people inside the cab of all my HSPs to make sure they look quite well. I want to put a model version of me. I want someone to print me out a model of me driving one of those sets. That'd be so awesome. Which one would I put myself into in model form? In model form, which one I would put it into? I don't know. Would I put it in the blue and yellow one? Would I put it in GNR? Would I put it in the castle set? Or even the cross country? I don't know. But that would be quite cool. And then, hey, I could also put myself in multiple model ones. I mean, I could have a number of them, literally in that same. But yeah, we'll end it off the car, so why not? Castle HSP for this evening. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's a little bit odd video tonight for some fake one, which didn't turn out as great as I thought. Also with the pannier, not so great as I thought. And to try with the Pendolino, which is off over the Nostalgia operator down to the West Coast. So yeah, you have a great time with the HSP modifiers. I really always play with them. The albums, and I'm going to continue collecting for many years to come, for out the next several years. It's going to remain, and then I'll probably be adding to my list to my moderate download set for this year. Some samples included, definitely looking for me. I've got the 500 is a good thing. I'm sick of one of my one I really want to get. Yeah, there's many I want to get. And these Midlands is definitely a good one because it's a rainbow one. So definitely worth getting quite a few. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do it a like, comment, like, subscribe, and keep your eyes for the Voyager video. I wouldn't say that about the Voyager, but yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the Voyager video. It's going to be short and sweet video for you, but it's really unusual for you because you've never seen such weird thing about a Voyager. And you're going to see all that tonight, going up. So keep your eyes peeled for that and enjoy this model video as well. So you guys have a great evening and you subscribe.
It's very money going on. Classes that went from married to ecstasy Vegas, but I'd have to at least 70 on the road to reduce that thing. So that might go to the one today. Might well do when I'm on holiday though. But in 802.010. No one's got his open nose. You know, I have 2 or 3 of those today with their nose open. The Great Western one with GWR on the side of it. I'll do the last bit of filming here, guys, before I head back. And we get those rail tours in before I head back to Exeter to get my train to Oakhampton. I've got a 15291 19 on the back of that Great Western one. First wheel is in operation today, which is not surprising because it's the beginning of half term. It's like a week or so, a couple of days. I can't remember when half term is or how long it's for. Been out of the loop for that sort of thing for a while. And we've got a 150-2002 GWR going to Exmouth, I think, or was it? Talking of being bombarded by a cross-country Voyager, and it comes in speeding through now. It's going quite fast. I was on one of those this morning, coming from Exeter St David's down to, well, I was taking only as far as Newton Abbot, but it was going down to Paynton this morning. But yeah, I was down here yesterday late morning, I was down here, and I decided to come down here today just for the last sort of couple hours to finish off my recording for this afternoon / early evening video. In the video for those 2 Val tours before I head back. Should be quite nice because obviously I'm getting quite tired at this point, but it is quarter past 3, so it's not. Still got another couple of hours before I need to head back. But yeah, the world tour one's at 4:50, so just before 5 o'clock, and the other one is not till 6:30. So I'm aiming to get on wherever the next one is going towards Exmouth after the 6:30 rail tour. So we should catch those 2, and then I'll have to find the next train back after those 2 have gone through. You may see some 43s one on the way here on holiday for Castle Sets and the Castlevale possibly, and GBR during that time. They did not read that one very well. Exactly the same number on the back of it as well. Anyway, I think I might read my book for a bit and come back once those rail tours are due to come through, so I'm not wasting too much battery. Yeah, it's them.
We had it in Timothy, it was going slow because it was following the local veg train.